We might be drunk, we might be drunk. As long as we are hanging out, you know we might be drunk. Raise a glass, let's talk shit. Pet peeves, Rex, and a bit. Maybe drunk, we might be drunk, yeah.
Hey, folks, here we are. We're Patreoning from all over the globe. What are you in? Don't tell me, Phoenix?
Yeah. Boston?
Texas, Houston.
Oh, you're in Houston.
I'm doing one night of Skankfest, and then I'm out. That's all I'm giving them.
And then where are you headed next?
Then it's Boston for Friday, Saturday, and then back to New York.
Laugh Boston?
Oh, yeah.
Nice. I'm in Phoenix, stand up live.
Nice.
Should be good, man. Flew Southwest. I feel like a traitor. I always do Delta. You read about these airlines now. It's like, do you see the one with American Airlines where they're like thousands of flights canceled and they're like weather. I'm like, everywhere? It's not
What?
you. They're blaming weather.
Oh, it's getting ugly out there. It's the apocalypse. Everything's falling apart.
Yeah.
But what's that, a 10-minute flight?
Oh, it's an hour. It was easy.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Yeah. Oh, I had a thing. Can I give you a peeve?
Please.
So I call Southwest because I never fly. It's scary when you're with one airline all the time and you try something new, you know? I feel like I got a hall pass and I don't even know what to do with it, you know? Like, she's like, you can fuck anyone. I can't even get my dick hard. So
Right.
I call Southwest and I'm like, hey, I can't log in. They're like, it's site maintenance. And I was like, all right. You know what? I don't know what that means, but I'm like, that means I can't check in. They're like, this is very rare. And I was like, you promise I wake up and I can log in? I don't want to wake up with any stress. They go, we promise. I wake up, I call again. They say, yeah, I can't log in again. They're like, well, we can't log you in. We don't know what to tell you. I'm like, what do you mean you can't check me into the site? So I'm getting annoyed on the phone. I'm like, you know, you don't want day of travel stress. It's enough stress. And then at the end, she finally figures it out. It was on their end. And she goes, and you know, when we gave you A1, and I was like, you gave me A1? I paid for A1. And she goes, yes.
That's great. That's
you
a
just
great
act
move.
like you gave me a special perk.
That's hilarious.
I paid extra to board first, is what I did.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. She's acting like she gifted you the thing you paid for.
She didn't gift me at all.
I can't believe you got steak sauce. All right, A1. But yeah, damn, that's fuck. And I love the yes. Like, hey, you screwed me. Yes.
Yes.
That's hilarious. You can't
admitted
rebuttal that.
It's like she was trying to be like, well, and for your trouble. I'm like, no, I paid for this. You didn't do anything for me except make me make 2 phone calls.
Yeah.
But I get it. It's a terrible job, and I was definitely pretty pissed. But you know, what are you gonna do?
Was that the app you were trying to log into?
I tried the app. I tried the website. I made the phone call. Some of these things now. I won't do too much airline stuff because I know it's not as interesting to non-comedians. But like some of them, they don't tell you how much time you're going to be on hold.
Yeah.
And they don't offer the callback option. How do you not offer the callback?
I love the callback.
What is this, 1992?
I know, right? And who picks the music?
Oh.
Hate the music.
Awful.
Give me something I've heard of. Fleetwood Mac or something.
Give me bop. Give me some bop.
Yeah, at least that's uplifting.
Ooh. Remember that shit?
Of course, it's hard to yell at a lady when 3 cute blonde men are singing in your ear. That song was catchy. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh, they had 2 good songs.
They had 2?
Yeah. Where's the love? So you know that one?
I don't know that one.
I can't sing. I'm not doing you any favors by sounding that one out.
I didn't get the album. I'm sorry.
I didn't either. But that was another radio hit.
Oh, okay. I don't remember the second one.
Bop was the keeper. It was, you'd meet people that were really into them though, and they were always weird.
Yeah, it was always like Christian youth types.
Mm.
Those weirdos, youth Christian camp or like converted gay camp, whatever that was.
Yeah.
Jesus camp.
Converted gay camp.
I had to go to a camp to make me gay. All right. Yeah, Bop was good. It was weird because the little one was so cute. The middle one was like a good-looking guy, and then the third one was like a gargoyle.
The middle one was like such a good-looking guy that he could have been a pretty attractive woman.
Yeah, for sure. He was a
Yep.
pretty boy.
You ever see a dude so attractive that you're like, yeah, I would fucking, I
Oh
could
yeah.
close my eyes and make believe a little bit here. I've got enough to go with.
I mean, a lot of hot guys are almost hot. Like Chalamet, he's like
Yeah.
a whisker away from being a hot lady.
Yeah, a lot of hot guys just look like a hot French chick.
Yeah, totally. Bieber, when Bieber was young, he was like a cute little girl.
Yeah, true. And then he got too jacked, and you're like, eh.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to fantasize about a CrossFit chick. Just be, you know.
Yeah, I hate when people get too jacked. Like when Chappelle got jacked, it was like, what are you doing? You're the funny guy.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird when you get shredded as a comedian because it's like, what are we
Yeah.
like? What are we now? Everything? What are we like?
Right.
Superman? Like we got our thing. Just chill out.
Exactly.
I don't
I'd
want to
like
look
the
like a
schlub.
comedian who could beat the shit out of me.
No, no. I don't even love when comedians' poster is like tough guy. You know, you're like, what are you gonna do? Beat me up?
I don't like the tough guy poster. I don't like the caution tape over
Yes.
the mouth. Uh-oh. What won't
Yes.
he say?
Exactly. I know. Southwest though, did you pick your seat?
I did the thing where I got to go on first, but of course, then you you really want those first two rows and let the old people and the cripples on first. And probably shouldn't say cripple, handicapped. I don't know.
There you go. It's all the same.
But then so I'm like in row 3. I couldn't get my seat in the thing. It was a whole thing. So
Yeah.
or my bag in the overhead had to take it. I was that asshole.
Right, right. You're the guy that like, move it, keep it moving. What are you doing over there?
I had to keep apologizing. Yeah, it was horrible.
Do you have
and then I had this guy, I had the guy on my flight who had the noise canceling headphones. So every time the drink person would come by, he couldn't hear. I had to have to poke him.
Oh, I hate the poke.
You know what it made me think? Is this a bit? You think anyone had those noise canceling headphones on one of the 9/11 flights? So they were like one of the last ones to find out.
Oh, that's great.
That could be Bose. We'll get you an extra 90 seconds.
That's killer.
Is that something?
Yeah, he didn't even know he went down until the plane hit. Wow, that's good. Yeah, so true. He missed all the la 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 la. All right.
Everyone else is panicking. He's just sitting there sipping a coffee.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I hate the poke because then he gets mad at you. You're like, hey, I'm just trying to help the stewardess or the flight attendant.
Yeah. Well, how about you? How was your flight too? You just did Rogan. How was that?
It was wild. I mean, me and Ari and Shane flew directly to Austin from JFK. Woke up on the plane. I fell asleep on the plane. Woke up, went straight to Rogan's. He gives you a COVID test and a glass of whiskey and just starts the podcast. So you're like, I haven't eaten today. I got a glass of whiskey. I just got a thumb prick from a nurse. And now I'm on the biggest podcast in America and I'm drunk. It's a horrible
Was
system.
Rogan drunk too?
Yeah, he was drunk. We passed around cigars. We passed around a joint. We passed around weed and beers and all this shit. And you're like, What are we doing? We should have our wits about us on the biggest medium in America.
Wow.
But it was fine. It went well. I farted on the mic 4 times. Shane Gillis did a Trump impression. Ari's old. It was fun.
I love it.
I'm a little nervous though because we were ball busting so much, and you don't really want to ball bust with Rogan because he's like powerful and it's his show. But at one point he was telling a story, and I went, I did the snore move. He was crushed.
Really?
Yeah, he was like, Jesus, man. I was like, oh,
wow.
I shouldn't have hit him.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I went too hard. I treated him like an equal.
You have rude Tourette's.
Yes.
You have a thing where you cannot be polite.
Right. And it's fun because he's like the most powerful guy, so it's fun to poke him a little.
Oh, man, I remember shit. I mean, you've done it to people you shouldn't have done it before in the past. I mean, coming up, some comics that were way ahead of us where I saw you do shit where I'm like, Mark, what the fuck?
Yeah, Nick DiPaolo tried to fight me once.
I can't. I mean, I love you. He's winning that fight, dude.
Oh, he's got so much anger. He's 78 years old. He would still kill me.
He'd be calling you slurs you haven't even heard of as he's cracking your face.
Yeah, it's true.
You're like, what's a penny loafer? What the hell?
Yeah, your fruit basket or whatever the hell. He's got all these old terms. But we worked it out. We're good.
He go, after it'd be like when Sandler fought Bob Barker in Happy Gilmore, except after he'd kick you, he'd call you an Obama-loving slur.
Yeah, you Biden voter. I was like, jeez.
I bet you voted for Obama too. Knockout.
I know. Yeah, he's an angry guy. Funny guy, but angry. Too political.
I think of his road jokes constantly when I'm on the road.
So do
I always
I.
think of the one about where you stay in a nice hotel when you walk in to check in and you see a maid being pepper sprayed by a state trooper.
What an image.
That is like perfect.
Man, that's the visual. He has this one joke where he goes, I don't think he's ever done an album. I saw him do it live. He goes, hey man, can you hold this camera? He gives his camera to a guy in the front row and he's like, try not to be too shaky. Last time I gave it to a guy in the front row, it was so shaky. It looked like Michael J. Fox on a mechanical bull in Wisconsin with his shirt off. I was like, how many adjectives are going into this thing?
The second two don't really help either. The funniest part.
I
But
know.
yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, no, he's got some classics.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Good stuff.
Should we do some emails?
Yeah, let's do some questions. The people want to know.
Remember to email us at wemightbedrunkpod@gmail.com, but you know that. You're here.
Oh yeah. All right. Siren Houston. Hey, I'm in Houston. Do you ever wonder if you're pulling the curtain back too far when you talk about bits on the pod? Ooh.
I don't really. I think because I mean, look, we're cultivating a certain type of listener, I guess, where they kind of are becoming more and more comedy savvy. But I think most people, look, if there was a magic podcast and like, here's the trick, maybe it would lose some of it. But on comedy, I think most people know that these are formed and they don't come out of thin air. And look, we riff too on stage, but I
Yeah.
don't know. What do you think?
I think it's totally fine. And I've had a lot of jokes that we worked out on this pod work on stage. And a lot of people go, I heard it on the pod. I got to see it hit on stage. It's the coolest thing ever. So.
Yeah, people seem to like that part of it. I've noticed.
Oh, yeah. They feel connected. Like they saw the from the ground up kind of thing.
Yeah, you don't want to know how the sausage is made, but with jokes, it's okay.
It's okay because we're not given the full magic trick on the pod. We're basically going, I'm going to saw a lady in half. I got an idea to saw a lady in half. And you're like, oh, that could be something. And then when you see the lady get sawed in half, you're like, that was awesome. So we're not telling you how.
It's true. It's like you still have to like learn how to write jokes.
Yes.
Right? I mean, we're still, we're not being like, here's how you write jokes. Because
Right,
there is no way to like, I mean, it just takes time. You got to find out who you are and who your voice is. And you only find that out kind of through bombing, right? So we're not,
Yeah.
I don't think we're pulling anything back too far.
No. I think the people dig it.
All right,
And
what
we're
do we
showing
got?
some vulnerability.
Brian Pell, have either of you watched The Shield? One of the first legit FX shows, gritty and raw about corrupt cops, loose takes on the Rampart division of the LAPD. I haven't seen it. I've heard it's great. How about you?
I have not. I heard Michael Chiklis is a badass, bald guy. I heard great things. Everybody seems to love this show. Like those old cop shows were fucking balls to the wall, dark, like NYPD Blue, the old shit. So yeah, I'm down. I'll try it.
I love it. I love those types of shows. I love Walton Goggins, who's on the show. Guy always brings the heat. Amazing actor. But FX, as good as they are, they kind of bug me. Like their promos kind of bug me a little bit because every ad is like FX fearless, and you're like, you don't say that about yourself.
Yes,
that's something other people say about you. You don't just be like, I'm fearless. You're a fucking asshole.
Right, that's a good point. And also, you have The Simpsons. Like, I love The Simpsons, but like, come on, fearless. You're not playing. Yeah, you're not playing Faces of Death here.
Exactly. Yeah, and it's also like, I don't know, man. I mean, fear. You've got some fear. You're connected to Fox. You've got some fear.
Yeah, you're a corporation. It's like when Chappelle says, I'm the GOAT. And you're like, all right, don't you say it. Let us say it.
Does he say that about himself?
He says he's like, well, some people refer to me as the GOAT. He says it in his new special, and it's fucking cringy.
Ugh.
Yeah.
You don't say that.
No.
Comics are supposed to be the self-aware ones. That's some shit that like boxers say or something.
Right.
Like, I'm the GOAT. You say that as like shit talking, but we're supposed to have we're supposed to be self-deprecating and have some self-awareness. That shit is weird to me.
I agree. That's a new thing.
Yeah. Or it's a machismo thing, but I'm like, that we're supposed to steer clear of that.
Yeah, it's like a woman walking in and be like, I'm the hottest woman. Like, you'd be like, well, now you're not.
That's a good point. Yeah, when it's hot to not know you're hot.
Exactly.
And if you know, then I don't know.
Then
Whatever.
hide it, or just
Hide it. Have a little humility about it.
yes, run with it. All right, Amish rake fighter. That can't be real. Please do an episode discussing the 2006 movie Perfume, the story of a murderer. I don't know this.
Don't know it.
I like how this person wants us to watch a movie and just do a full ep about this one particular movie he saw.
This is what I want. Homework.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, is the movie good, man? I mean, shit. I can't really see a perfume.
I think it's basically like the guy. Remember the Johnny Depp movie about the barber that kills people?
Oh,
Sweeney Todd.
Yeah.
It's Sweeney Todd, but with perfume.
Ah,
On musical.
how could we make that movie gayer? I got it. Perfume.
Sweeney Todd is pretty badass for a
It
musical.
is. But
I mean, it's so violent though. Sweeney Todd is so violent that you're just like, this is like that's like the darkest movie I've ever seen.
yeah.
Have you seen that shit?
Yeah, he's cutting them up with the neckline razor.
Yeah, and then he's eating them and serving them as food. I mean, it's like pretty fucking grisly. I mean, Stephen Sondheim is a. People say musicals are soft. That's some dark shit.
I love Sonic. I love Rodgers and Hammerstein. I love all those. Those lyrics are brilliant.
I was listening to Company the musical before I hopped on with you, dude. Little Elaine Stritch, Ladies Who Lunch, great shit.
Company. I don't know Company.
Yeah, you do. You know the song "Being Alive." You know
Oh
that
yeah,
song.
I know
You
that
I'll
song.
send it to you. You know that shit.
All right.
A lot of great tunes in that one.
I don't know. Company's not ringing a bell.
That's Sondheim.
Okay.
Musicals,
love,
man, underrated.
Have you ever gotten a West Side Story? Some hilarious lines in their songs. Officer Krupke, Krupp you.
They did a great curb on it.
Yes, that's right.
West Side Story is amazing, man.
Oh, so good. So good. A Puerto Rican and white version of Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, dude. Oh, that was it's all like so much before the cell phone was just like, wait, like, you know, miscommunication. Like he said what?
Yeah.
That was
right.
like Rear Window. You couldn't fucking call the person, you know?
Yeah.
You know, if there was cell phones, you probably could have gotten, you know, the Just and the Sharks on the phone. Like, I didn't say that, you know, it's not.
Yeah.
But
it's true. Every horror movie, every Seinfeld episode, because all be handled with one text, one call. It'd be over.
Every Frasier, they overhear something. What did he say?
Yeah.
That's every episode.
I thought he said this. I thought he was insulting me in my honor. Like, no. Text him. All right, what do you got on this?
Are you next or am I next?
I think it's you.
Oh, it's me? Okay. Adriana Sandoval. Here's a peeve. I hate when people suggest make a silly pose when taking a photo. I don't even want to take a regular fucking photo, much less a silly one. Snap a photo and carry on. I agree. I'm with you.
Good point. Funny face.
Yeah. Don't tell me what to do. I'm already here taking a photo. I don't like. Sometimes a fan will do that shit after the show, and they're like, can I like put my hand on your nipple? And I'm like, I don't want to even take a photo. I'm here to be polite.
Yeah, good point.
You're asking if you can fucking grope me? No.
Right. Yeah, now let's do a silly one. Now let's do a wacky one. Yeah, get it over with. And nobody can work their phone at a photo shoot. Have you noticed that? They're like, wait, hold on. How do I do this? I'm like, you use this thing 23 hours a day. Now all of a sudden you can't find the fucking camera app.
Ugh, it's brutal.
Yeah, it's tough. Everybody's got to have a photo.
Yeah, maybe that'll go out of style. I mean, like, maybe photos will go out because
I don't know.
I mean, autographs kind of went out.
That's true. Yeah, good point. But my parents didn't give a fuck. I have 0 photos of me from 18 and under.
Really?
And there's got the yearbook, and that's it.
Dude, you have a couple. You'll throw up a couple on Instagram here and there.
Maybe. I think I was on a milk carton once. I got a copy of that one. But yeah, not a lot of photos. I always say if someone has a lot of footage of you as a kid, you're gonna get killed because they always show that shit on 60 Minutes, and I'm like, who has photos of them driving a big wheels around the driveway? You know, like they're always dead people.
So true. It's also crazy how many of these people are getting on America's Funniest Home Videos just back in the day. Like, who had their camcorder running like this?
Yes, that's true.
Like, now it makes sense. You just always be like, oh, we'll get a thing. But back
Right.
then, you're like, you had to kind of have means to have a camcorder.
Yeah, yeah, and a lot of free time to just film the dog. You know.
Man,
Yeah,
that
that's
show
true.
really, it's amazing how long. I mean, because now people like, it just became World Star Hip Hop. You went from Bob
Ah,
Saget to World Star. It's all that shit's been around forever.
yeah. I mean, Tosh.0, same shit. It's just clips, just funny clips.
Same shit. I guess back before like, video cameras were like, you're like, I heard a guy got hit in the nuts, and you're like, well, describe it, and people would gather around.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Then we got the big shoulder cam. Like, this guy got kicked in the nuts by a Shetland pony. Like, whoa, this is a TV show. We can make a show out of this. Get Bob Saget on the horn.
What else we got?
Great gig, by the way.
Great gig. Great gig.
Jason. Tim Roth is an underrated actor. Check out The Legend of 1900. Roth plays a piano prodigy who was abandoned on a cruise ship as a baby and has never set foot on dry land. Fucking amazing.
I love the premise already.
Great
That
premise.
sounds so good. I mean, that's already sounds just tragic.
Yeah, never heard of it.
Never
And-
set a foot on dry land.
As a guy who's done a couple cruise gigs, that seems like a horrific life.
And it's also, it feels like you would have needed to cast someone way fatter than Tim Roth.
Yeah, that buffet is no joke.
There's food in every room. Like, you go into a new room and there's just like a bucket of fried chicken. You're like, this is the bathroom. How is there fucking chicken everywhere? It's insane.
It really is. I mean, that's what they think of Americans. Like, give them a soft serve machine, give them a karaoke night, and a buffet, and that's it. And
Yeah,
a
it
bar.
really is all of our worst stereotypes on a cruise.
Yeah, there was one room that was just a casino, and I was like, this is every vice on water. That's all it is.
It's just how they think of Americans, fat money wasters.
Yeah, they're not wrong.
What do you got?
Dominic, when someone puts a new toilet paper roll on top of the old one without replacing it, it takes 5 seconds. Fucking replace it, you lazy cunt.
Well, this is an attack on either a partner or a roommate here.
Clearly.
Which is kind of fun. But yeah, I mean, shit, it takes a second. Like, what are you doing? Or how about starting the new one before you finish the old one? Finish the old one, move. There's lots of versions of this. There's the leaving like one drop of seltzer in a bottle.
Yes.
And you're like, oh, thanks.
Yeah, or the ice cube tray guy who uses all the ice blocks and then doesn't refill it.
Oh, ice. I'm a big ice tray guy, man.
Me too.
My freezer's got one of the things that just makes the cubes, which is like
what?
Game changer. Oh my God. Yeah, it's like one of the few like amenities in my apartment that I was like, holy shit.
Man, what are you, JP Morgan? That's nice. That's impressive.
Funny how classy ice cubes are.
I know.
Because it's just water.
Yeah, it's frozen water, yeah.
But I guess the further, I mean, you can tell real class the further you go up, like an ice sculpture. You're like, holy shit.
Good point. Good point. But I feel like you go backwards with Igloo. You can go too far. But you're right. Ice skating is kind of sophisticated. Ice sculpture, ice cube. Yeah, that's true.
Once you live in the ice.
Yes.
Because you want a thermostat.
You have to be able to control your ice intake. That's the thing. If you live out in the tundra, the ice is kicking your ass. If you got an ice maker, you're kicking ice's ass. ISIS. Ice bucket challenge.
Yeah, I mean the toilet paper roll thing for me is pretty annoying. Like just bathroom etiquette too. Like it's a place you want to maintain order in the bathroom.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. And it's just a consideration thing. Like you used it, so change it. That's it. It's not that big of a deal. But people are like, their ego kicks in. Like, oh, I got to be what am I, the fucking maid or whatever? You're like, no, I would change it. Now you change it.
What am I, the maid? It's a fucking, it's a toilet paper roll.
I know, and you think you're going to be a parent? You can't be a parent if you can't change your own toilet paper roll. Come on.
That's not the test though either. It's like you change the toilet paper roll. You're ready. You did it, buddy.
Good point. Good point.
Max Coley, here's a peeve. People who come to your workplace at 5 minutes to close. Where the fuck were you all day? You could have made it even a half hour earlier.
I've been this guy.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say like I had a thing. I was talking to a friend of ours, Jared Freed, the other day about how he planned his whole day around just making it in for his favorite breakfast sandwich,
Uh,
and he got there 5 minutes to close, and they
yep.
wouldn't give him the sandwich because they said we close at 2, and he goes, it says that you take orders till 2, and they said, well, we're
Yes.
not. So hey, man, I mean, I've been on the other side of this too. I don't know.
Yeah, same. And I went to Chipotle the other day, and it was like 10 minutes to close. And I did the whole like, I'm so sorry. I know you wrap it up, and they're cleaning. You can tell they've picked up everything, and so now they have to scoop it out of a different thing because they've already cleaned it, and it was bad. But they hated me.
They gave it to you?
They gave it to me, but they weren't happy about it. A lot of mean looks.
Doesn't taste as good when you get the mean looks.
It's true, and you're eating it with shame. Like, I'm sorry, and they're staring at you, and they just want to clean that table under you. But it's like, hey, it says 8:00. I'm here till 8. What do you want?
Yeah, I think you got to either make the time earlier or like, or dump
Yeah.
it. That's where I go.
This started with flights. Flights did that shit. Like, you used to be able to run. If your flight was at 1 p.m., you could run in at 12:59. Now it's like the door closes 10 minutes before, 15 minutes before. It's like,
Stressful.
well, what are we doing here?
Yeah, dude, it's annoying. I mean, it's certain things you just have to know now. Like if a
Yeah.
movie says 10 p.m., you know it's starting 10:15.
That's true. The previews.
But like, a flight, you got to get there early. That's just, we just know things. Like if you don't, I mean, I guess if you just don't know, I'm sure there's people who are just idiots and just are like, the flight said noon. I was
Yeah.
12:05. What?
That's a good point. There's that first flyer guy. Yeah. What about hotels? Hotels get you out earlier and they want you to check in later now.
It's bullshit. I mean, like, right, you get a massage. It's like a 50-minute thing because you like sit down. They're like,
Right.
it's never a full hour.
True.
But you're paying and then also you're right. A hotel, we're losing time.
Oh,
3
yeah.
p.m. 3 p.m. check-in and then check out at what? Fucking 11? If they're
Yeah.
noon, if they're fucking very nice.
Yeah. Totally. No, it's crazy. Like, you feel like you go to bed, you wake up and they're like knocking on your door. You're like, God damn, people.
Well, it's because of
Just
how
got
we
in here.
live also.
That's true. Yeah, we're night people.
But yeah, the late, I mean, it's tough. Yeah, you end up, I mean, I've definitely gone to those cities where you just land at like 9 a.m. and then and they're like, we can't check you until
Yes.
3. And you're like, so
Yes.
I'm just wandering the streets for 6 hours.
Right.
And they're like, well, we can keep your bags behind the desk. I'm like, oh, well, lottie fucking da.
I know, right? So now I got to go kill time at a diner like a divorced dad for 6 hours.
Yeah, terrible.
Yeah, they should
Terrible
have
way to live.
They should have a hotel room like the I'm here too early room. Just put a bunch of people in there like a pen. I guess that's called the lobby. All right.
Yeah, the business center.
Scott Bricado, when someone accepts an apology in their asking, like, can you bring me an extra charger? If not, no worries. Or all good if not. Huh.
Yeah, I don't like this either. It's kind of like the no pressure, but like, oh, are we going to be enemies if I can't do you a favor?
Oh, interesting.
You know what I'm talking about? It bugs me a little too. I know what they're saying.
Yeah, my girl will do this. She'll be like, "Should I come over this weekend, or should I just say fuck off and kill myself?" And I'm like, "Those are my options." You know? Fine, come over.
It's yeah, it's a lot. It's like you're trying to make the situation seem like less a big deal, but you're doing the opposite.
Yes. This feels way more pressure now. Good point, Scott.
I don't like the whole, and this is always a needy person. I think they're doing this also because they're the type of person that asks a lot of favors and probably feels a little resistance.
Yes, you're right. Yeah, I do the dumb move of, oh, you're going to kill me. This is a huge thing. And they go, oh, God, what is it? I go, can I borrow a charger? And they go, Jesus, you scared me. Here's the charger. You build it up.
You build it up the other way.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. It is. You never hear them do it with huge things, right? It's never like, oh, I'm the worst. You're going to kill me. Can I have a kidney? Can I just borrow a kidney?
That's true. Yeah. Oh, the kidney. Where are you at on the kidney? What's your deal if your brother goes, I need a kidney?
Jeez, I don't know. Luckily, we're not biologically related, so I don't know if we'd be a match. So I think he'd
Ooh.
have to ask my sister. But
Yeah. You hope
I don't
for a
even
no
know.
match.
I don't know. I mean, that's a toughie, man. I mean, so then I have kidney failure, then I'm fucked. How
Yeah,
does
I
that
guess
work?
so.
I
I
don't
guess
know.
so.
I'm
You gotta.
I'm I'm stingy with kidneys, I think.
Well, you only need one, they say,
Yeah, but what if that one stops working?
and we drink too, so we kind of need them.
Yeah, I would kind of say, do you know anyone who? I would do it like, do you know anyone who doesn't drink?
Yes, there you go. And hey, maybe you don't want my fucked up, beat up, booze-soaked kidney.
Yeah, but you do that to them, and they'll be like, no, 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 I'll take it. And you're like, nah, you trust me, it's a pretty shitty kidney. They're like, no, but I don't. I need one to live. And you're like, yeah, but this is not. We drink every episode and on the road. Like you don't want. They would want it.
Good point. Good point. All right, all right. Travis, my peeve is when anyone leaves the remaining seconds on a microwave instead of letting it finish or clearing the timer off. I don't need to see how impatient you were to get your leftovers out. I set the clock on there for a reason. Wow, this
Ooh,
guy's
no.
like a dictator.
All right, listen, Travis. No one's using the microwave clock you know what I mean. No one's like, hey, are you free right now? And you look at the microwave. Yeah, I got a few minutes.
That's true. Yeah, you got a phone or a watch.
You know what? As someone who does leave the microwave on, because I do the 30-second things a lot. I do the thing where
Aha.
I just sometimes I'll just go 30, 30, and I'm like, yeah, I'll figure it out.
Oh, the snooze button of microwaves. You
Attell
keep
had the
going.
best line. Do you ever hear Attell's line? He goes, I'll tell you what real loneliness looks like is catching your reflection in the microwave door.
Oh, that's great.
It's like
So I've been
poetic.
there. It is. Yeah, it's like a Bukowski. He had another great one. He goes, they say drinking alone is the saddest thing. I don't know. I think it's barbecuing alone. He's
Ooh,
just
that's
flipping a burger and he
fucking,
goes, that's a lot of
oh,
potato salad.
that's
Uh,
killer. He's a fucking beast.
he's great. But this guy's got some real microwave OCD or something.
Do you have microwave rage?
No, no. My
Micro
microwave
rage.
looks like hell. It's like it's disgusting. I haven't cleaned it in 20 years. The plate sits uneven, so when it spins, it like makes all this noise.
Mine looks like the
I
inside of a porn star's vagina. Just fucking a mess everywhere.
yeah. There's like baby arms up against the wall and shit. It's ruined. And I always do the numbers like I just go 222 start 111 start. So I think it saves you a couple seconds.
That's a weird one.
I know.
It turns out we both have a weird microwave form. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I guess so.
Weird. Yeah. I mean, I have no issue with leaving time on the clock.
No. That's one button. Clear. Boom. You're good, Travis. This guy's got a great life if that's the biggest problem going on.
Or he's just the most OCD person ever and his life is horrible.
Yeah, I guess so. But man, microwave is necessary. I can live without an oven and a stove. I need a microwave.
I can't believe there was a time where people didn't have a microwave. And now everyone's all about the air fryer, which I don't have.
Yes.
People love it. I guess that's cool because you can like put a sandwich in and melt cheese on it or something. I mean, that's kind of nice.
It's
I like
unbelievable.
those types of toasters are pretty badass.
Oh, a toaster oven where the door comes down. I love it.
I got to get one of those. Those are badass.
Yeah, I mean, you put an English muffin in there. Whoo, baby.
English muffin is underrated.
Underrated.
I ordered one for breakfast the other day at a diner. I was with our boy Gary Veter. We got our omelets, and we both got English muffins. And I'll tell you what the worst service I've ever been in. We went back the next day because we wanted some more English muffins. Back to back English muffin days. They just delivered a crispy English muffin with some omelet on it. Ooh.
Oh, no question. I like a little jam on there too. Jam on English
Yeah?
muffin. It's just got a little bit of crunch. It's perfect.
I'm not a big jam guy.
Really?
It's fine. I just don't like. When do you have I mean, maybe at night I would do it, but I don't like starting my day with sweets.
It is very sugary. That's true.
I just drink too much coffee. I think the sugar on top of the coffee would make me off the walls.
Right. I hear you. Peanut butter on there is good too.
I like peanut butter's hard to resist.
Ah, it's the best.
Carol,
Food.
here's a peeve. Looking over my shoulder at my phone. I didn't invite you to this party. Move along. Wow.
Whoa.
I'm with it. I've seen people have those phone things where it kind of can cut off your vision.
Really?
Yeah, I forget. I'm sure they have them on Amazon. They kind of like cases where it's like people looking over can't really see.
Oh, that's a great idea because people reading my shit, I'm like, get out of here. I'm like Gruden over here. I don't want you seeing this stuff.
Yeah, it's not. It's annoying.
Yeah.
Even if you're reading a book and someone's looking over,
Yes.
just you having the same thought as as a stranger just feels intrusive.
I agree. Yeah, that's a bold move to read someone's text and shit. That's a what do you call it? Privacy not
Invasion,
validate. What is it? Shit.
invasion.
Invasion. Thank you.
Yeah,
You nailed it.
it's something about they can't help but be nosy. Like you've seen those people. Like you'll sit next to them on flights sometimes. They're just like peeking. And you're like, fuck. The worst is all Word documents of jokes open. I'm like, now this person thinks I'm a psycho, but I kind of just like, you're the asshole.
Yeah, it's just Nazi jizz, anal,
Yeah.
queef. Yeah,
Alec Baldwin.
Squid Game, right? And you're like, what do they think this is? They must think it's like a words for friends or some shit.
Yeah, that's the tough thing. We're around people all the time, and you just kind of want to be like, go away.
Oh yeah, totally. All right, Killer Kyle, Wreck, Cowboy Bebop, sci-fi space noir. It's more fun than it sounds. Getting a live action series on Netflix this month, huh?
Cowboy Bebop.
What a title.
Yeah, the title makes me not want to watch, but I could see
Yeah,
it being cool.
sci-fi noir, and it's
Oh,
getting
it
a
looks fun.
series.
Yeah, space western, neo noir. Hey, it could be cool.
I like westerns. I hate space.
It's Asian. Where is it originally from?
Asians are killing it.
They're killing it, man.
Yeah, I feel like this is their time.
Did you finish Squid Games?
I did.
What do you think of the ending?
Not what I hoped, but I liked it
too.
overall as a series.
Me too. Did you see the news story that LeBron James said he loved it except for the ending? And the director basically like clapped back and said, well, like when LeBron makes his, he can make his own ending or something. And LeBron reposted it like, this is crazy. And it's like, dude, you're LeBron. You thought you were going to, you're shocked that this got back to him?
Right, right. With your 8 million followers.
Oh, you think that's all he has? He's fucking
Is
LeBron.
it more?
Oh my God, he's the biggest.
Wow.
But it's so weird. I felt the same way as LeBron. I was like, yeah, I liked it. I didn't love the ending, but just so much violence. You kind of want more at the end.
Yeah, that's true.
More of an
Yeah.
explanation.
Right. And the
You
whole
want it to mean
series
more.
it's so thought out and it's impressive how like complicated and complex it is. So the ending I thought was kind of simple. I wanted more.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like I don't want to say we're promised more, but I kind of expected that we'd get more.
That's well put. That's what I meant.
Yeah, Squid Games. Still beautifully shot.
Yeah.
And it cost I think like 20 million to make the whole show, and they made
Wow.
probably close to $1 billion for Netflix in like revenue.
Oh yeah, no question. That's
Crazy.
crazy because Chappelle made 24 million for his special, and that's just one guy on stage.
Crazy. But
Crazy.
he's a proven commodity, and I guess this guy wasn't.
Yeah, good point. You got to prove yourself.
Yeah, maybe that'd be great if season 2 was just all like anti-trans.
Yeah. I'm a trans. They just shoot him in the head.
It's Squid Games, but they're all in drag.
Yeah. Octopussy games. All right. All right. I'll kill myself. All right. We got one more.
Killer Kyle, is this it?
No,
we got two more.
Oh, we do?
Yeah.
I did Killer Kyle.
Oh, you did Killer Kyle. Okay, Raul. I saw a post on Reddit. Melissa Villasenor said the stand-up season 3 is coming out December 29th. Any truth to that, Normand?
That is true, and I was told not to say anything, but if she's putting it out, it's out the bag now. So
why is it coming out so much later now, Mark?
I heard they're pushing it back because of the Chappelle shit. They don't like it.
What do you mean?
They're just like, let's give a stand-up a little breathing room. And plus, my set, Brian Simpson, I think another guy had a lot of trans jokes. Not a lot, but a couple. So maybe they're just like, let's give it a little space. But like that's the thing about Netflix. Everybody's like, oh, Netflix must love all this Chappelle stuff. Any press is good press. They fucking hate it. They're like freaking out.
That makes sense.
Yeah. you know, nobody wants to be called a bigot or whatever. So it's
Hey,
still a
man.
corporation.
But you know what? At the same time, when people are protesting your work, that means it's taken seriously. That means it's considered. I mean, people protest. The fact that people are protesting comedy means I think it's being taken seriously as an art form, which might be good, might be bad. Who knows?
Yeah, I know. I kind of liked it when we were a bunch of weirdos in a basement, you know, yelling into the ether. Now it feels like everything's recorded, everything's public, everything's put on. You know, Tasha's joke gets put on the news, and you're like, that wasn't meant for the news. It was meant for that room. But these are the times we live in.
But at the same time, they would do that with art. They would do that with music, something
Right.
provocative, So that means comedy's been taken more seriously. But I'm with you, man. It's funny. Jeffrey Joseph posted something on Instagram, our buddy Jeffrey Joseph, and it was something I was thinking. And he posted it, and it was like when people were saying Chappelle's being censored, and there was a picture of Lenny Bruce getting arrested.
I saw that.
And I was like, I mean, yeah, dude, that was in America.
It was real.
Lenny Bruce getting arrested for jokes.
Yeah.
So, we've come a long way.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. He said cocksucker. That was one of the times he went to jail, which is so crazy that was jail worthy.
Yeah. 11-letter word.
Yeah. Joan Rivers said he was the first sexy comedian.
He definitely had that sex appeal.
Oh, yeah. Bad boy, trench coat, cigarette, tall, dark, and handsome. Jew from
Cool.
upstate.
Legend.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Never got into his stuff. Did you?
Some of it's great. Some of it's just dated as hell. It's tough.
Yeah.
It's like, but then at the same time, you got to be like, well, there's no Carlin without this. Like you gotta thank the people that paved the way. It's like sometimes I'll watch a clip of a basketball player in the '60s, and I'm like, looks like bullshit compared to like what Steph Curry and LeBron are doing.
Of course.
But at the same time, they did it so we could do it.
Yes. Like Tyson looked up to Jack Dempsey, who was like this stiff white guy in the 40s.
Exactly.
And you're like, you look up to that guy? You're like this, powerhouse psycho murderer guy. And you looked up to this like, see here, that kind of shit. So you're right. You need the guy before you.
Yeah. I mean, it was groundbreaking, like it or not. He had some funny shit. I mean, a lot of it. I mean, like, have you ever watched Mort Saul? We didn't talk about Mort Saul.
Yeah, that's right. He died.
I mean, 94, by the way.
Yeah, pretty
Funny,
good run.
You could die and be Lenny Bruce, or you could live long enough to be Mort Saul. Where people are like, who?
Right. Yeah,
which is kind of sad, right?
Yeah. I mean, the real comics, I feel like, know Mort Saul. I read this book called Seriously Funny, and they have a whole chapter on Mort Saul, and they had a couple of his bits in there, and some you're like, I don't know enough about LBJ to get that. But some were fucking brilliant, like just timeless misdirect one-liners.
And interactive crowd comedy, like club comedy.
Yeah.
He was the ground floor for that shit. Mort Saul,
Totally.
Lenny Bruce. So, like we owe a lot to them.
Right. Yeah, no, for sure. And just comedy was new. It was like not even an art form.
Yeah.
So they just kind of had to figure it out on the fly.
Yeah. So weird, man. Shit flies. What so you're in Houston tonight, you go to Boston tomorrow.
Yep.
How you feeling about the Boston week? Is it sold out already?
It's sold out. We added a show. That's sold out, but it's just been a whirlwind. I'm trying to take it all in, like flying to Austin, doing Rogan, getting in a car, driving to Houston, doing a gig last night. Then tonight, me and Lister doing a live Tuesdays, and then we got a later show. And then it's going to be a party, and I just got to keep my wits about me and make it to Boston.
Just make it there, buddy.
Yeah, that's it.
You don't want to leave that money on the table.
Yeah. I treat my body like it's luggage. I'm like, just go here now. I'm just throwing it around.
Well, be careful, man, because we got a long career of this ahead of us. I hear you. I'm flying like crazy too. Haven't taken a week off. Going to SF, flying back from SF, morning flight to New York to do Gramercy. All over. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be great.
This is great. We would have killed for these schedules back in 09, 010, and now we're doing it.
I'm sure as shit not complaining. I'm just saying, fuck, I'm tired, but
no, I get it.
Tired is good. I'll take tired over bored.
Yes, because there's going to be a moment when we lose some work for some weird reason, and then we're going to go, shit, I wish I had it back.
I think I've told this quote on the pod before, but Jim Jeffries sold out Weekend at Caroline's. The first time he ever sold it out, I was opening, took a long drag of his cigarette, and he goes, "I'll see this place on the way back down."
That's great.
Great.
Wow, so true. It reminds me of that Natterman quote. James Smith, that Australian comic, he
Love him.
moves to New York. Natterman did Letterman. He saw him that night. Natterman's in his suit, sitting on the curb in front of Laugh Boston or Boston Comedy Club, and he goes, "Oh my God, Dan Natterman, you're so funny. You just did Letterman." He goes, $1,000, and here I am. And you're like, that's comedy in a nutshell.
It's funny the way I heard that story. He goes, "Yeah, and what did it get me?"
That was it. That was it. It's so
Just
true.
said-
Yeah,
Amazing.
you walk out of Ed Sullivan Theater and you're like, all right, I guess I'll get on the subway and go home.
Exactly. God
Yeah, it's
damn,
like
it's
5
crazy.
o'clock.
Yeah. Ugh, it's all fucking dumb.
Yeah, showbiz. You just got to make your money and have your fans and sell some tickets and enjoy it.
All right, well, dude, we'll be back in the studio. Episode for you diehards is coming. This week it's on time, but the next week will be late because we want to do in studio, so it's going to be that Monday. But just look out for it. We apologize in advance, but it was either that or remote, and we just think in person's better. So
Yeah, totally. Well, we're going to stay consistent. We want to give you good quality, so in studio is always better. And yeah, we'll see you then. Thanks for the Halloween love. That was a hot ep.
hot up,
All right, take it easy. Kill it out there.
kill it, buddy.